What up, YouTube? Mandy Hops here. How you guys doing? Like, share, subscribe, smash that. Get to know me. Don't how you doing? So today's gonna be kind of like a serious video because this girl's been going through it. So I'm out here in Vegas. Long story short, I moved out here a couple of years ago. I got a job in gaming, which, for those of you who don't know what gaming is, because I really didn't know what that meant, it's just like a bar with like poker games and stuff on it, where people gamble and you get paid off their gambling. So it's extra. So I did that for a minute, and I made a YouTube video. And my boy, breakfast guy back home, always said, "Hey, you need to quit making videos wherever you go." But that's kind of like my thing, right? And not even like, because I'm making, like, it's just how I express myself. And I said, "Look, dude, I'm a fucking bartender." I said, the day that I get fired off a video is the day I'm doing really good at YouTube. That wasn't right. And I'm also not doing good at putting this line on. Yeah, this is like not a good episode of Cribs, is it? All right, I'm just going to set that down. I need a man around the house. Right. I didn't have blinds for 8 months, guys. The neighbors, they saw some stuff pop off. I'm just going to tell you right now. I don't know if they respect me or disrespect me. Or they love me. I'm going through it, guys. All right, so I moved to Vegas. I got this job in gaming, and I lost it because I made a YouTube video putting together a paper shredder. Facts. Dude, when I lost my job, I kind of went a little fucking crazy. I was upset. Like, I was mad. I was like, not because it was like my dream job. I was just like, the audacity, right? Because, like, I am just going to put, I got to watch how I say stuff, but not really, because I don't. But I live in a world that does not put their life out there. It hates that I do YouTube. Okay, you watch prison genres or whatever. Like, I fuck the prison genre. I am the prison genre. Minus, like, I'm not in prison. Dude, gangsters rule the world. Like, even the good people that are on the up and up, like your preachers, your local, like, treasurer, your local governor, they're all gangster. Like, I went from that kind of world to this kind of world. And the whole time, everybody's like, keep your mouth shut, keep your mouth shut. And that's why I'm so much of a loudmouth bitch, because I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut about stuff. So this is my life. I'm going to talk about my life. So I came out here, the gaming job, I got fired over putting a paper shredder together. I have been hanging out with a dude that lives in the tunnels. Yes. 8 months. And why? I don't know how I could explain to you guys why. Well, the sex was good. That was one. But for real, like, okay, here's what really got me started on this video. And I'm just going to jump around because I don't have a specific reason. And yes, I've been drinking, but let's talk about this. You guys have been watching my channel. I've been drinking for 2 years now. Okay. So my boy said, and he was like my ex-boyfriend since I was 19, right? If you look at my history, as fucking much of an asshole as I am, all my exes still talk to me. They still F with me. There's a reason. You know why? Because I'm a very loyal person, and I come correct. And I have always kind of ran in that, like, place where you have to keep your mouth shut, you know, whether your dad's a politician or, you know, et cetera, dude, or, you know, your boyfriend does this or that. So that's why I, like, fucking just broke out a couple of years ago. Like, I didn't even really know what YouTube was, and I really don't fit in, but I'm fucking sick of keeping my mouth closed. Now, I'm not that stupid. Like, you know, I could write books on shit, but I don't want to lose my life. If I want to lose it, it's because I'm doing something stupid, not talking about somebody stupid. You hear me? But, I left home like when I was 14. My family really doesn't want anything to do with me. And ironically, I've done more than any of their kids have and been better to them. Haven't asked them for shit. Haven't had kids that I need them to help me take care of. Haven't gone to Section 8. I'm just putting that out there. Like, my family life is fucked up. Grew up a little rich kid, but we were Hoosiers, you know? Like, my parents were both the babies of their family. Stay with me if you want to. I'm just going to walk you through it. They were both the babies of their family, and they're like fucking ignorant. You guys know how the babies of the family are. I'm the oldest. You guys know. And so my dad got rich really young, like 23. I think he was like the youngest bank CEO. My mom was white trash. My dad didn't have a car till college. They like worked for everything they had. Well, my dad. Sorry, I don't know where the they came. And so by the time I was born, they were wilding out. Wilding out. Big Coke parties. Sometimes 3 days at a time. They had friends named DACA. They weren't even doctors. I didn't know as a little kid. My parents were very strict on me, right? I couldn't go anywhere. And we lived in the country. So like it would be miles and miles to anywhere. It was just like gravel road. If you didn't have cable, you couldn't get cable. I lived next to cows, you know? And so I remember they didn't give me my first bike till I was like 10 years old. And I was so chubby, guys. Kind of like, I've always kind of been this build. I was so chubby that my fucking training wheels bent out. They had to hire somebody else to get another set of training wheels. And there's nowhere I could ride it because it was all rocks, right? It was in the middle of nowhere. And they wouldn't let anybody come over because they were wiling out, right? They didn't want anybody coming to the house. And they didn't trust me to go anywhere. So, like, literally, I had to stay in and watch TV all the time. It was, like, hard growing up. So, like, as soon as I got the chance to go to St. Louis and, like, meet people, I was all about that. I always kind of ran with crazy people. And I still do. So, anyway, I decided to come out here to do mixology and expand my career. I got out here. I didn't work for a year. And I lived off 10 grand, which is pretty good. Like, that was pretty good, managing my money. I knew a lot of gangster people, but, like, at the end of the day, they ain't shit. Because, like, when I came out here and I got beat up with trash one time, that was on me. That was on me. And people would have came out here and hurt them. They would have. But I said, no, I didn't want that. I still don't. But let me just tell you, right now, if I got beat up, like right now, those same people, they're not going to come out here. And I understand that. You guys understand that, right? Sometimes there's just not a reason to explain, like, who you talk to. So I came out here, fucking broke up with him, got a really good job, but I didn't really like it. It was the gaming job. I made a lot of money, but it was off Boulder Highway. You don't take a girl from Festus, which is 30 miles south of St. Louis, and put her off Boulder Highway. It's like Malibu's Most Wanted meets like just the cray. Like, I shouldn't have been there. And so I caught up with some scumbags, which y'all know about. And here's the difference, dude. Like, there's all kinds of gangsters people, but some people like really stand by their shit and like have some power, or some people are just like dirty gangsters, like gutter sluts, like and I'm not even talking about some people. I'm just talking about like there's certain people that there's certain people that have power and they handle it and like in a good way, but you don't want to F with them. But there's certain people that are just scumbags, but scumbags come in numbers, so you don't want to F with them. I'm not the girl to F with. And yeah, I'm putting it out on camera. Like, I really haven't for real blown anybody out since I've been on here. And if I did, it was nobody that really fucking matters. But dude, this has been a weird existence. Like every day, like this has been my solstice, like talking to you guys. And I've gotten away from it because of different things I was involved in. But I'm not involved, really. I was just involved with some dudes. And fucking, they're not shit. They're really not shit. But it does look bad on me. And they always said, oh, you want to put your shit out there? Like a lot of dudes stress away from me because of my channel. Because they think everything's going to be better. For the most part, it is. Not really. Like, and how it pertains to me. That's like all the dudes have nicknames. I don't say, hey, John Smith at 777 54 Avenue. No, like, y'all know. They all got nicknames. And here's the thing. If they didn't want to go on camera, they wouldn't. Let's take, for instance, Breakfast Guy. Y'all know about Breakfast Guy. Go back. I actually took a pregnancy test on YouTube about Breakfast Guy. It was really crazy now that I think about it. Because what if I would have been pregnant? Like, do you know how much drama? Like, but you know what? He wasn't there at that moment, and I got mad, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. Yes, I'm that girl. Because whatever I do, I'm not afraid to put out in front of the whole world. So, Breakfast Guy, yes, he's a felon, but I guess he's smarter than these other cats for sure, but not that smart. Oh, they're all so cute. But no, like, he wanted nothing to do with this whole YouTube game from the beginning. And like, because of my situation, I put that shit out before I give a dude my number or anything. I give him like 2 weeks to watch my YouTube channel. You'll know right then if you want to F with me or not, right? You'll know. And you'll know what it consists of. And then you know who I'm effing with. Like, I don't have to tell Tommy that I'm talking to Billy. Because you'll see it. I just told you on video too. Like, I'm talking to Billy, Tommy, and Breakfast Guy. Save me some time so we can save you some time. Let's hash it out. I don't have time for all that. So let me just put it all out there at once. And so anybody ever thinks I'm hiding anything, where, there. So it is difficult in my relationships, a little bit to that extent. Even my YouTube relationships, because a lot of YouTubers, even though they say everything's out there, no, I don't really know any YouTuber that everything is out there. Even some of my smartest YouTube friends were like, don't put everything out there. But that's just me. Shout out, salute. I'm coming to you guys right now, having a breakdown, because it has been rough. So I came out here, did the gaming thing. Then I was hanging out with Tunnel Guy. Me and Tunnel Guy, at some point, about 3 months in, I moved his ass in. Not because I needed him, because I thought we were building something together. He does a gangster's pass, but it's like a ghetto gangster pass. Like, he considers himself, what do you call that? This is embarrassing. What are they called? A juggalo? Ew. Even as a white person, I want to throw up all over myself on that one. But, yeah, that's just, yeah. So, but, like, he came from that 8 mile, but, like, it was more like 5.5 miles because they weren't about that way. So, yeah, dealing with somebody like that, like, here's the thing. I'm one of those people that's like, I don't fear anybody. I don't fear anybody's judgment. I don't, like, make my day. And somebody like him, he's actually one up in the streets. He's like, same thing. He's like, dude, this is where I came from. Like, I fucking sleep in the tunnel, make my motherfucking day, bitch. You know, make my day. So that can be very, and you ask, what are the pros to that? That's a good question. That's what I've been asking myself for a minute. Okay, good sexually. When things are good, they're good. But there's not many. pros to that. What? Maybe free drugs. Like, who cares? Free drugs are like nothing. Like, free. What? Like, yeah, they always want to hang. I don't know. What are the pros to that? Okay, the pros to that is we had been in a lot of the same places. We had a lot of the same understanding, a lot of the same family life. Left early. My family life, ironically, like if you were to put it like on a, I don't know, like what do you call that? Like one of those little specials like people watch at Christmas time, like the shitty channel, a Lifetime special. If you were to put my life in a Lifetime special, I would have a Ghetto Kids life, but I had money. And sometimes that makes it even fucking more weird, right? And you gotta have even worse secrets, because your parents are fancy and they're rich and you go into the country clubs, but your parents are having 3-day fucking coke parties and and you haven't had a bite till you were 10 and you can't talk to anybody and it's fucking sad and you're the fat kid. So follow me. So this is like where my mentality comes from. This is why I am so out there. And I am so out like I am. Like I'm not holding shit in anymore. And yes, I came on here and I hooked up with kids I related to. Neighbor, street kids. I've always hung out with street kids. It's a little different out here because I really don't have anybody. I don't know anybody, and that's all right. So, yeah, you're like, Minnie, why don't you make better decisions? Touche. No, ditto, Sam. Like, nobody's, like, disagreeing with you on that. And I'm going to be okay, but it is... Oh my God, I hate the song. I'm going to change it. It's throwing my whole vibe off. I mean, it's Kanye. I love Kanye, but I don't know. Anybody that watches my channel knows I'm fucked up and knows I'm crazy and I put too much out there. And I'm at that point, dude. Like, I'm at my crashing point. Like, when my boy from home said, who I've known since I was 19, he said, "You look defeated." And that fucking shook me. Like, that made me mad, actually. He said, I go, "What do you mean by, like, defeated?" Because I'm not that bitch, So it's like, he's like, "You look defeated and you look sad a lot." I hear you. And I do, because, like, when I go through some shit, I put it out there. It's like, don't be afraid of the people that talk shit all the time. Like the bullies. Be afraid of the people that don't say anything. That's not me. I talk shit. But be afraid of the people that don't say anything. But nobody's life is perfect all the time. So don't, if somebody's really telling you, like, I'm not out here, like, for attention or, like, trying to get approval. Like, if I'm out here telling you how hard it is, it's because I want you to relate to me or because I'm not a fake motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out there telling you, like, about my real problems. So, when things went bad with me and Tunnel Guy, now I'm out here stuck looking for a job. I'm not defeated. Have I been sad? Yes, a lot. One, because after being 10 months clean, I dabbled a little bit for, like, off and on for 6 months. I fucking fucked with a guy that really shouldn't have been worth my time. Really. And I'm lucky that I've worked hard enough and put in enough work that I'm able to, like, sustain myself for the 3 months that I was off. I'm not asking anybody for shit. And I wouldn't ask anybody for shit. That's not me. And even if I had to ask somebody for shit, I have nobody to ask. Dad's broke. Me and my mom don't talk. I don't have any friends out here. And it's not because I'm lonely, dude, because I can be alone all day, every day. It's just, I'm trying to give you guys the mentality of, like, somebody, like, why they got in the way they were, and then why I moved out here. I don't want to hold my tongue anymore. I just want to live my life. I don't want to be judged. I don't want to give a fuck. If I gave a fuck, do you think I would tell you guys, "Hey, I banged a homeless dude last night"? But that actually sounds worse than it is. Like, trust me, it does. Like, there's lots of people, you could be like, oh, this dude sleeps on the couch, or this dude stays with this dude. They're technically homeless. Like, that doesn't... Church it up, Mandy. Church it up. I'm saying is, I'm not embarrassed to tell you guys jack shit. Or my family, or anybody else. Check out my channel, like, share, subscribe. This is what I'm going through. I look like fucking a cracked out Malibu's Most Wanted lately. You know? I have been hitting the fucking sauce too much. I gained a couple pounds. If I look at it, it's like, if you guys wonder why I'm like such a tomboy, because I was raised by dudes. Like, I don't trust women at all. I don't fucks with them. I don't fuck with my sisters. I don't fuck with my mom. I don't trust girls, you know? So it is hard for a guy to date me in one way because I only roll with guys. And you got to be like, oh, I just don't like girls, honey. I only roll with all these dug-ass dudes all the time. They're like super yoked up, like all tatted up, gangster. Like, don't be jelly. Like, you know, like, it doesn't always work like that. And it does. That's for me. But, like, it doesn't always work easily. And then, like, I let him know up front. Like, hey, dude, my whole life is on YouTube, how it pertains to me. And I only hang out with dudes. And if you have a problem with it, there's the door. That's probably why I'm 40, not married. I don't give a fuck. I'm always going to be like that. At least I'm fucking honest. You know how many people, like, bring the representative and then you find out somebody else? This is what you get. What you see is what you get. Okay, guys? So, yeah, that's a little bit hard dating. And I was always raised by boys. Like, they're like, oh, my God. Like, you know, like, when I was growing up, I was chubby. And my dad would, like, have to have, like, a lady come out, like, Famous Bar, which was Macy's, which I don't even know if that's a store anymore, and have a girl, like, fit clothes for me. Back then they had something called Husky or something like that, right? And they really couldn't find a lot of clothes for me, like, because my mom wasn't there to dress me and shit. So my dad would let me borrow his clothes, which were cool because all my friends were skaters. So it was like big plaid and baggy jeans. And that's how I dress. Like, somebody said, dude, you're 40 years old. Look at you with the bag. Dude, if you look at me, I just posted a like page on my community page. If you look at me when I was 17, I look the same way, just not as cute. I've always dressed like this. I've always hung out with the same guys. I've always kind of lived the same life. It's always been gangster, good or bad, but like, here's the fucking thing I hate about that lifestyle. It's so secretive. Even like if you live the goody-goody lifestyle, right? You're just like the girl next door. You gotta hide everything. Like, this is what mom really does on Sundays. This is what dad really does. Like, we don't talk about what my little brother does. Like, I don't play that shit. I talk about everything. I do not talk about my biker past because I'll be dead. But that's the only thing. And I've sprinkled some truth on. That's the only thing I don't talk about. And I won't, because if I would have died, I would have just wilded out already. I'm not doing it talking about these motherfuckers back in St. Louis, right? Which the biker culture is very different out here, too. I am all over the place, guys, because, dude, my life is crazy right now. Crazy. Like, in the 2 years that I've been out here, I really don't have friends out here. They were, like, dudes I effed with. And, a couple of people I work with, but those are work friends. You know how work friends are. And I don't really talk to family. And then everybody sees videos like this and like, oh, that bitch is all fucked up. So they think they know my life. They don't. Like, I actually did pretty good for myself, guys. Like, dude, I'm staying in a really nice house in the valley. And it's got a pool with the pool guy. It's been a little downhill over the last year. I can't say shit because I've been bringing in the riffraff. But, like, I haven't seen the pool guy in a while, and he was sexy AF. And then my dryer, it's making holes and everything. I told you all about that. Here's the thing. I'm going to blow it out, though, before I leave here. I'm not just going to go back. When my homeboy said you look defeated, it made me angry because... no matter how much something sets me back, or how much somebody judges me, or how much I have problems with somebody, I'm going to make it back, guys. Like, that's the one thing I always do. And it's been hitting home lately because I got about 2 weeks to do it. So that's when I got to get my hustle on. That's when the real Mandy shines, you know? And I hate that I even said that. That's so douchebaggery. I apologize. But that's when I shine, like under pressure. Like, I don't want you guys to underestimate me because just because I show my real self and my flaws, like, dude, that shouldn't be hated at all. Like, that should be appreciated. And to see that, like, I came out here by myself and I don't have anybody. You guys are the ones I talk to, yeah? And I don't do it for validation. I just do it because, like, I don't know. It just makes me feel better. And you know what's so weird? I'll just wrap this up. Like, I've seen some of the most productive people, some of the strongest people. I told you guys I watch, like, a lot of those, like, videos, like, that hypes you up, like, inspirational videos, TED Talks, all that. But they are some of the smartest, strongest willed people I've ever met. And they can't do a YouTube video. I even tried to help my personal trainer who gave up on me. I don't think that's a very good trainer, if you ask me. But again, he's like, dude, he's like, I knew you were smarter than like you let on. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, well, you know, you act like you party, this is, he's like, you got a YouTube channel, you do this and that. Like, okay. So he was training me for me to show him YouTube. And guess what? I actually think I did more working out than he did YouTube, which isn't very much. He put out one video. What's funny is, do you know how hard it is for people to make this video? Like, even little girl that I was talking to, she's like, you just put on the fucking video and you talk. I'm not shy at all. I don't care. It's not hard for me to make this video. If anybody has problems with this video, my ex is,